Hi! Today, thank you very much for coming out to my channel today. We're going to be taking a look at Super Zenkaiser and Super TwoKaiser minipla in just one moment. Before we do, thank you very much for coming here, as I said earlier, and I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you have the chance, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, subscribe, all that kind of fun stuff if you're new here. Other than that, YouTube stuff's out of the way, so we're going to get into this in just 1 second. I really enjoyed the set. I had fun building it, and I've been playing with it off and on, and just kind of getting used to it. Part of why I had a delay getting to this point. I'm trying to get used to the toy a little bit more before I do a little video on it. Anyways, enough rambling from me. I hope you guys are having a great day one last time. And let's get to the table. Tom's here with his toys. He's here to play. Let's go. Hello and good morning. So, as I stated at the intro, we are looking today at the Super TwoKaiser and Super Zenkaiser mecha. But here we go. I wanted to show you guys to begin with. We'll just look at the comparison here before we look at Super TwoKaiser and Super Zenkaiser a little closer. Here is the two of them with all the other mecha so far in the series. We got Juragan, we got Blue Majin, and we've got Kuttner there in his mech form. Or no, not Kuttner, sorry. That's Ricky. We're in his mech form, and you know, kind of looks cool together. They fit well together, the heights are nice, all that kind of stuff. We are going to be looking at a couple other comparisons in just a little bit between TwoKaiser and Zenkaiser and the other mech. But here it is. Here's our opening shot of all pardon me, all the mecha boys together. Girl, boys, whatever you want to call them. All the mecha together. It looks really cool. It is a very fun, you know, little lineup. We've got, you know, the touches and callbacks there to other previous Sentai series with you know, with Ricky being a callback to O-Ranger or Zio. We've got Blue Majin, who, you know, Majin, the wings on the back, you know, give it that nice Magi Ranger feel. We've got Super Zenkaiser there, who definitely looks a lot like a certain Dragon Zord. And then you have the mech of Juragan, who's looks a little bit like our buddy, the original Megazord, or the Zio Zord, is the Zio, I can't remember what they call it in Japan, but the original Megazord. So it's really cool to see all these guys together with all the little tossbacks, all the little hints at other series. I really do like that. I have actually most of the mecha for some of those series. I have, you know, I have the original Power Rangers. I have the, what was it, the Deca Ranger, which is what Rune is based off of. I have Samurai, which is Ricky. So I have about half. I don't have the O-Rangers, I don't have Magi Ranger, I don't have the Gao Rangers or whatever it was, which, you know, they just came out with the Super minipla for, and I haven't been able to collect them. The price is a little too high comparatively to these guys, so I've just been collecting the new ones. And I don't have Time Ranger, who is what we'll see Super TwoKaiser is kind of based off of in a little bit. Alright, so here we go. So this is our first little look and comparison between all of them before we take a look at this gentleman right here. So I'm going to actually pause, and we're going to do another comparison here in just 1 second for Super Zenkaiser, and we're going to see how he scales up next to a normal mech. So give me 1 moment. We're going to remove some of the guys, and I bumped my camera there. I'm trying to get around it. And we're going to move some of the guys here. Let me get back on this him. Look at that, Mr. Pretty. So we're going to move all the other guys, and I'll give you a comparison in just 1 moment. So, alright, we've cleared everyone else out. And let me go ahead and reverse the camera here a little bit. Yeah, like I said, everyone else is cleared out. Now, what I wanted to show you, comparison-wise, let me go ahead and lower the camera here. It's going to get a better view of this guy a little bit more straight on. Back up a little bit. And drop, 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 drop. And lift it up. Pretend you don't see all the mess that's down there. Oh no. And then we'll get closer again. Okay. There. There we go. So yeah, so Super TwoKaiser is, or Super Zenkaiser, I keep calling him TwoKaiser. Actually, TwoKaiser, you move out of the way for now. Super Zenkaiser is supposed to be roughly the same height as the other guys when he's just, you know, an everyday guy. There you go. As you can see, not the case. The Super Zenkaiser minipla is bigger than the other minipla in their robot forms. So I won't ever be displaying it this way. I probably wouldn't be displaying it this way. Anyways, I have my Yudo action figures to display them in their robot modes, which look nicer. I'm just glad that they can do this. But yeah, so he's much bigger than the Kikanoids in their humanoid form here. So, alright, let's get that out of the way. Say goodbye to you, Gowan. Alright, now before we go any further, let's go ahead and there we go. And here's all our little mini dudes here. Get a little closer on them. They're very cute together. I mean, I always already liked these guys. I thought they were a lot of fun. The little lion head, you know, the little symbol for their mecha. Now he does look, you know, definitely a Zenkaiger look with the hat, the pirate hat, and then he's got Q-Rex just sticking out his goddamn gut, just and it looks a little silly. But hey, you know what? I can live with silly. It's Power Rangers, Sentai. Silly is what it does. But yeah, they look cool together. I would display them together like this. I sometimes actually don't display these guys in their mecha form. Instead, I have it set up as a bike and the crocodile rocket, I guess. And I'll have the three of them together on the shelf together because they look, I don't know, they're just cute and fun together. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and back up again. And I'm going to pick this toy up here in a second. Let's get you out of the way. Let's get you out of the way. Don't need you guys for now. Move you out of the way for a sec. And we're actually going to turn him into his... He has like a mech, not a mech mode, like a animal mode, like the other guys. You know, they turn into a dragon, all that kind of stuff. He has his own. So to start with, we need to remove this piece, the lance. And then, let's see, what should we do next? We'll just do this. Flip these up from behind. They become little rockets. And we'll just go ahead and, you know, get them, you know, set up so that's good to go. Remove the guns off his back. Now, you can't store them here like the DX toy, but I store them here because they move out of the way and they look nicer. Next, fold his legs up. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do that even, in robot mode, articulation, ball joints, turns, all that kind of stuff. In and out there as well. There is rotation here. He does have an elbow, and there's no rotation at the fist. There is rotation at the just below the elbow as well. Waist kind of looks funny when he does it though. That's mostly due to transformation. In and out on the leg, back and forth on the leg, knee, joint here on the ankle. That's part of transforming into a mech. And then foot has all kinds of articulation. Okay, there we go. Out of the way. Now I feel better. I didn't forget it. Alright, so go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and also do 1 second. Let me adjust my logo. Alright, we're back. So go ahead and swing his leg up and then kind of swing this down, and then what you want to do is fold it up there, and this will kind of give him like a crouching stance, you know, like there, so that he's kind of like this, like he's getting ready to take a seat. Alright, let's fold his arms further out, and he's pretty much done. There's only one other thing we need to do on him, and that is full down the face. And he's ready to go. This is him all set. Oh, scary, isn't he? Go ahead and take his weapon. And what you want to do is fold this up like that, and then this needs to be moved out of the way here. Then swing his tail around so it's like this, and that'll plug into a hole right there. You can slide this in here, but it doesn't really change too much. There you go. Looks a little bit like the Megazord and also or the Dragon Caesar / Dragon Zord, but not really at the same time. And you'll see what he looks like even more in a second. So remove this because he gets to transform part of it. Put his arms forward and on. Oh, I removed his foot. I didn't want to remove his foot. His foot stays on. On the back are these two square holes just to the side of the round holes that I plugged the guns into. His fists will go into those. They plug in. Just like, come on you, like that, and like that. Then he kind of just moosh his face up into the back of there. Alright, almost done. Take the guns, and using this tab, plug them in here. Alright, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. All the articulation is going to remain the same for this robot in this mode as well. So now we got that, and then we're going to take this, the Q-Rex head, and plug it in. There's a little hole behind the faceplate of Super TwoKaiser, and there you go. And we have a combination of the Dragon Zord and the Q-Rex Zord. Definitely leans closer to the Q-Rex side, though. With the guns and the missile hands and the head, of course. But you got touches of the Dragon Zord with the chest plate. You've got the tail and all that kind of stuff. But, oh, damn it. He looks, I actually quite like this. It looks really cool. You know, running down the street. It looks cool. I like this one. It is a really silly combination, but even the minipla pulls it off with a plum. It is a fantastic little animal Megazord. I mean, the robot mode for this guy was really cool and all that kind of stuff, and they managed to pull this off on the minipla very well. I'm sure the costume looks way better. I've seen it a couple times, but usually when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the combinations, all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I haven't really been able to watch too much of Zenkaiger, which kind of makes me sad. But alright, and then just for comparison, I transformed Majin here into her dragon mode, just so we could have two dragons. Rah! Cool. The size between the animal modes, I think, works much better than the normal robot modes. You know, it looks cool. So this doesn't look too bad together this way. Alright, ready? Vawoosh! I'll move her out of the way. Alright, and now there's only one more thing we can look at, which is the combinations. Now, when I had that long pause there, you guys wouldn't know it, it was like a quarter second for you, for me it was a couple of moments. When I turned, down into that and all that kind of stuff, I did get all the other mecha ready that are used in the combinations. Vroon, to get him ready, you just rip him in half, remove the head, all that kind of stuff. He's good to go. He's ready to go. If you look, you can kind of tell that I have him kind of set up still for a more streamlined appearance and all that kind of stuff, whereas when I pull in my buddy Jiran here, I have it all set up for the original look, and I'll show you why in just a little bit why I did it this way, but he is all set as well. So those are the two combinations with that. To get him ready, since there's actually some work that has to be done, I had him in Ricky mode. So what you need to do is get him ready for Cutner. Remove that faceplate piece here, set that to the side, and you're actually going to take Ricky and remove the gun, and Ricky will plug into here like you're going to Cutner mode. Alright, so we need Cutner sword. Don't need Cutner at all. He just hangs off to the side. You could probably use him as well if you wanted to, and give this guy a gun, but the instructions show it this way, so that's the way I'm doing it. So, you know, get him set up with his sword, and he is all set. That's everything you do with him. So he's done. He's good to go. We'll set him off to the side. Alright, so let's get this guy ready to go. So first, we want to kind of get him back to his standard mode here, so remove that. Leave the missiles where they are. No reason to change that. Remove the guns. Remove the Q-Rex head. Remove TwoKaiser. Flip the faceplate. The next step we need to do is actually remove this piece. And reveal this. Remove this as well. Don't need it for the minipla version. Now you can do stuff like, I could plug this in. Right? So, no, maybe I can't. Huh. Okay, never mind. I thought I could. Thought I could, but you can't. Interesting. So, you'll see why that's interesting to me in just a moment. Alright, so first, swing this arm around, and we're actually going to remove this one. Like so, and when you turn around, you'll see that there's a tab, holes, or a slot and holes, tab, and pegs. And we're just going to plug all this together. Now, unfortunately, there we go, removes, he has no more elbow. You can still move this in and out. You can still move this. So you got some posability, but he has no more elbow. It does remove his elbow for this transformation. The next step is to take and fold the head down against the shoulder. So we got that going. And then what you want to do is take and the hips will split apart, and you're going to swing them together like this. Remove this foot from this section here, and we're going to actually plug all this stuff in. There is a tab here that'll plug into the other hip. Oop, that's not what I wanted to have happen. Slide this back in. There. So tab that together, and then you're going to tab that together. There. And there. Alright, and then what we want to do is just turn this so that we have half a body. Okay, the next step, this piece comes separate in the box. Plug that on here, like so. And that gives you a big old chest piece. And then this will just plug on over it as well, like that. And he's actually all set to be combined with your other guys. Now, as I said, there are some things that I did already for Vroon, when we combine him with Vroon, but before we do that, let's go ahead and combine him with Drawn. Now, this is the special edition, and let me move this piece here. So there's a tab here, right? So this all plugs together. Oh, I know why. So I'll do it with Vroon. So this is, let me go ahead and make sure the top's pegged together properly. We got this, and then to finish him up we need to actually remove this foot and plug this one on. Alright, and we're almost all set. We need to take the guns, and they will plug in to the back hole on the shoulder, and then the other gun comes with this piece here. Why does it come with this piece? Well, remove it, and you're going to plug it in so that it's, if I can get it to work, plug it in so it's like so. And that'll actually clip on the shoulder of the drawn part here, like so. So that his guns are, you know, on his shoulders. And then we need the super drawn head. Super drawn. Boink. And this is super drawn. Let me go ahead and reverse the camera a little bit. There you go. So I like this. I like the red and black together. It looks cool. You've got the two dino modes together, which look really nice. Like I said, there's some posability issues now. But if you're to display him base stock form, this is how he's going to look. I'm going to do the not base stock form with the other guy. You can basically do the same thing with this version as well. But we're going to do it with the other one because that's just how I roll. But yeah, very cool. Posability in the base stock form. Nothing at the hip on this side. You get some in and out, nothing at the knee. Like I said, there's that, and the head's on a ball joint. All of Varun's, or not Varun, I keep calling him Varun. All of Duran's posability remains the same. So, you know, in and out. You know, in and out, elbow, all that fun stuff. So he's all the same. There you go. Yeah, it's cool. I really dig the look of this guy. I do. Alright, so let's go ahead and get him ready for Varun. So we're going to split him apart. And set that to the side. Alright, so to get him ready for Varun, like I said, I want to kind of change things up a little bit. We're going to get him into a more streamlined look. So we need to remove this piece and remove this. And plug this straight onto his chest. Right? And then what I want to do is remove this. So we have this here. And we're going to do the same thing on Varun here. And we're going to plug these together. Like so. And where is Varun's? There you go. And then plug this up on here. Like you would do for the special, you know, and that'll give him a waist joint. Feet will stay the same. Just like this. You could actually, if you really wanted to, remove this piece. I must have put it away once. Oh no, I didn't. I knew I left it out. And we'll just plug this on. There you go. So legs are almost all set. There's one other thing we can do. We can give him a knee. To do that, you need to separate this and remove this piece here. Like so. And then this, remove on that, and then you just plug this back on. Like that, and then he has a knee. It's not a great knee, but he does have one. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the fact that you have to remove it. I have experimented, because that's how they show you how to do it on the instructions. But I like to do it this way. Let me get this back on there. I like, oh, come on, hip, work with me. Alright, fine, be that way. Plug these together. Put this on here. And this one on here. There we go. Oh, come on. Really? Aha, you hate me, toy. Alright, fine. There we go. What did I do? There. Tom is breaking his toys. There we go. There. Like that. So what I do is actually I unslide this piece. Alright, so this piece here, and then I just turn that down. And then you can plug this in like this. And oh, come on, toy, work with me. Oh, maybe you can't. Maybe I should do it the other way then. Can I? Let me see. I think I actually can. Okay, one second. Let me... Why am I having so much issue? I usually do this off camera, which is probably why. This toy's like, haha! I'm gonna screw with you all the time now. Let's see. Plug this in here. Come on. That goes in there. Let's go ahead and move that there. And can I... There we go. That's what I do. There we go. Now I'm cooking with fire. There. Because I don't like to get rid of this hip. It looks silly when you get rid of the hip. But it doesn't... Oh, man. That's why they make you get rid of the hip. I haven't tried using the knee with this piece on there. So, yeah, you do have to remove the hip to give it a knee. Ah, it's dumb. That's dumb. That's so dumb. Alright, fine. Be that way, toy. Alright, so yeah, you have to remove this. And that'll give him his knee. Complaints. Complain, complain, Tom complains. Alright. Gotta do it this way, fine. Alright, so that's his feet. So, I was trying a thing. I thought it worked it out when I had it displayed on my shelf, but I usually didn't display them bent on this leg, usually that leg, just because it bends easier. Anyways, yeah, so remove the back piece, put that there. Where is he? And then same thing here, right? So that it's flat to the part. And put it together. There. Now there is no way to give this guy a decent elbow without removing this part here. All right, so you can separate the arms. You can just do this, right? Remove this piece, remove this piece, and you put this back on, and you put this back on, and it'll give him an elbow. It's not. This isn't in the instructions actually, and the instructions don't show him with an elbow. But again, it makes it look so weird. I don't like how it looks when it has half a part. But there you go. That's how you give him an elbow. All right, plug this back together. And then we'll plug this on here. Line it all up. Come on. There. And now he's got a waist. He's got elbow. He's got all the kinds of fun joints. And then he gets... This actually doesn't go on here. He only has one gun. Because there's no good way to connect this on here. From what I'm seeing. Because I don't believe it can go on like this. Yeah, there's no way for it to connect. So this gets set off to the side. I keep thinking there's a way to connect it, but there's not. There really isn't. So I'll just set this to the side. I mean, you could, you know, plug it in, but set this to the side. Alright. So we've got that going on. And we need his head. Shove all these parts to the side. We need the other head. We're going to look at his heads in a second here. I'll look at both of them. There. And that's that. So this is Super Brune. You know, he now has, by doing what we did, he now has a waist, he has an elbow, he's got a knee, you can move his hip, and so he's got, you know, enhanced articulation now, but he just looks kind of silly. But yeah, Super Brune does not look as fun as the other guy. I like how Super Drawn looks more than Super Brune. Let's look at his head while I'm right here. Super Brune. Focus, there we go. I do like the head though. He's got like a visor kind of deal, kind of like Dragon Caesar's Warrior mode, or the Warrior mode for the Dragon Zord. Got the Dragon Zord crest here, the Z. Got the Dragon Zord on his head, and yeah. So basically, same thing with Super Drawn. If it'll focus. Come on. Come on, camera. Oh, come on. There. There we go. I did not do the sticker on his head as well as I did with Super Brune. Here's a good look at the Dragon Zord thing here. Very cool. So awesome. Very, very cool. Alright, so we got him ready to go. Pull back on the camera. I'm going to leave him in that mode. We're going to compare the two of them together. Alright, and then to get him further ready, this piece comes in the set as well. And this will actually plug onto his chest here. In replacement of the one part. Alright, take the tail from Super TwoKaiser, or the Lance, whatever you want to call it. Going to leave this here. Extend this piece back out. And then I flip this piece up so it's out of the way, and then this piece comes down. This is the new handle that he's going to be using. This is a handle Super Zenkaiser uses. This is a handle Super TwoKaiser uses in his full mech mode. So, there you go. Right? So that's almost ready. The symbol that we took off will actually plug onto this now. And then we need the chest plates. And there is a thing there, and that'll just plug into right here. And our Lance is ready. I like the Lance. Lance looks very cool. A nice throwback to the the lance from the Dragon Caesar Warrior mode and all that kind of stuff, or the Ultra Zord, whatever you want to call it. So that's ready. Set that to the side. We're going to take Super TwoKaiser here, and we're going to pop him in the cockpit. Like that. Turn his head around, and he's basically ready to go. We got to do one more thing, and he'll be fully ready. And what we're going to do is split the Q-Rex head, like so, and it opens up. Then just tilt the head all the way up on this joint here, so it looks something like this, and then open the mouths. And he's ready. There is a hole right here, and there is actually a small tab on the piece that we put on there, and it's actually just going to plug onto that. The connection is not very stable as compared to the Super TwoKaiser DX, and basically done. There's only one other thing we need to do besides put that up in his hand. Is his helmet has this little thing here, and on the mini play you just lift it up, and he is in his full-on robot mode. Get a close look at the head. That's revealed. There you go. Kind of cool. On the full DX toy, it's got a really cool function where you take and you turn this around, and as you're turning it around, this anchor lifts up to reveal the head. Yeah, so other than his weapon, which, you know, we can stick in his hand now. There you are. And this is Super TwoKaiser in his full-on mech mode. Kind of cool. Kind of dorky. This is probably one of the dorkier mech modes in my opinion, compared to some of the others. It has the least change, I think, is the complaint I have about it. It has least change compared to its normal version. You know, this, yeah, the one side's the same, but the other side completely changes on this. And it introduces some other little fun things like a new head and all that. Whereas this is like, it's a new head, a new chest, and a weapon, but nothing else changes. There, you know, there's no new arm piece or whatever. So I don't know. I like the weapon. This is probably my favorite part of this whole toy. Is the new lance. I like the lance, especially with the symbol on there. There you go. So overall, this Mini Plus set I believe was $38 when I bought it, and it doesn't include a lot. You get a decent amount of toy for your price, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. You know, you can. I usually display Super Zenkaiser just as Super Zenkaiser with the other mechs on the side because they look well together. And it gives me 4 different mechs to have displayed until I get the Zenkai cannon, and then I'll be able to combine 5 mechs into one, which will be kind of cool. But play value wise, unless you rip him apart and make him look a little weird, it doesn't have a lot of play value as compared to these guys where it's like, you know, you add in a waist joint and all that kind of stuff, and they have a lot of play value that way. Display wise, he looks cool, Super Drawn looks cool, but they look kind of weird next to the little versions of themselves. So display wise, it depends on what you're looking for. As I said, I usually display them all as mechs because I have, you know, the Yudo action figures, which look cool as their toys. Overall review, I'm not disappointed I bought this, to be very honest. I'm probably never going to really display this, just because I think it's kind of dorky looking. But I'm glad I have it. It's not a matter of, oh man, I feel like I wasted all my money. Nah, I don't feel like I wasted my money. I feel like it was a $38 well spent. I had a lot of fun putting it together, and I have a lot of fun playing with it off and on when I do play with it. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys had a great day, and we will see you next time when I actually will review Yudo Set 2 for Zenkaiser. I'm not sure what series I might be doing next. We do have at least, like I said, I have at least one more Mini Plus set coming, which is the Zenkai Cannon probably. I thought it was going to be Dark Drawn until I found out about Zenkai Cannon. But other than that, I'm not sure. We might actually look at one of my favorite series next, which is Zenkaiger. Really love the Zords in that, so we might be looking at Shinkenger as my next major series. Might sit down and do Transformers, might review all kinds of weird stuff. I have all kinds of weird stuff to review. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. Hope you've had a great day. Hope this isn't too long for y'all, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.